Big data is bigger than big oil and was built to serve a centralized group of power. Most people don't understand the gravity of what our data means to data companies. It's not purely about selling you stuff. It's about analyzing human behavior and how to predict how situations might go. Imagine being able to consult a supercomputer that plays out all possible reactions to a chess move. Well, that's what big data does for those who own that data. We never had a say in the matter. We just got sold the technology that allows us to give them our data. But most people don't even know how that data gets shared across industries and what kind of digital picture it shows about who we are to those who we don't know and will likely never meet.
Individual traits and attributes can be predicted to a high degree of accuracy based on records of users' likes. The system CityBrain, which was implemented in Hangzhou, China, starting in 2016, takes this concept one step further. The goal of CityBrain is to minimize traffic in the city. Unlike Google Maps, it's also run by a company, a huge retailer called Alibaba. Alibaba claimed they were able to increase traffic speed by 15% in an area where they had been given the power to control over 100 intersections.
The internet itself is at the precipice of coming alive. The head is crowning, if you will. As more city brains come online and fuse with the human experience, perhaps the rise of AI will be uncontrollable at some point.
So that all the phones, all of the chips and all the phones and all the laptops and all the server farms together, if you count up all those transistors combining all the ones that are connected, if you count up all the links like synapses in the web, if you take up all the storage in the entire world that's connected online, it becomes a very, very big brain.
When you have lots of machines, you get big data. That's why we've got the AI wave today. We've got lots of compute power, and this world of the internet and all this compute power is enabling us to generate vast amounts of data as we put more and more stuff online. And then you put people in, and we created the social networking, and boy, have we said we like it. And those two things together create the social machines that are the Amazons and the Facebooks and the Twitters and the web itself and the Wikipedias and the Googles.
With 5G, the Internet of Things comes alive, right? Mm-hmm. I can be in a store and ask my refrigerator what I need. I can ask what aisle ketchup is in the supermarket, because I'd have access to all of that data because of 5G could get to me quickly. How concerned are you with the idea that China could take that information and use that information, or anybody can take that information in our own government to monitor and to manipulate?
It has already. That's the bad news. It was already determined that Huawei had taken data, routed that data to mainland China for analysis, and then routed it back to the destination that it was originally intended. And that was actually the impetus for current administration's banning of the use of Huawei's equipment.
Quick history lesson. In 1949, Mao Zedong announced the beginning of the People's Republic of China. In 1978, there were no private Chinese companies. 3 years later, and 5 years after Mao Zedong's death, private companies were swiftly on the rise. In 1987, Ren Zhengfei won a contract with the People's Republic of China, who in turn protected Huawei. Today, Huawei and Samsung are the leading smartphone vendors in the world. The revolution belongs to 5G technology and the rise of AI, and China is rumored to be ahead of the US. By 2025, China plans to be the leader in 10 tech fields such as driverless cars, AI, robots, and quantum computers. By 2035, they wish to be the world's leading tech innovator. By 2049, the 100-year anniversary of the People's Republic of China, they aim to be the global power. Full stop. If any of this is true beyond global theatrics, then what we are experiencing right now might be the fight for the crown on covert grounds. Graham Allison points out that Thucydides wrote, It was the rise of Athens and the fear it instilled in Sparta that made war inevitable. Out of 16 historical accounts of a superpower watching another rise swiftly through the ranks, 12 instances ended in war. China has had the fastest growing economy since the birth of the internet. But should we really be fearing China, the Chinese government, Chinese technology? Or is that all a left-hand, right-hand magic trick to get us bickering about the key players and ignoring the real dilemma? What exactly is this technological creature that we're building?